What's up, guys? We are back with another video, and today it's going to be a little shorter, packed with value. I think y'all can make it through. We're going to be doing a quick market update according to the statistics, as well as comparing what we've seen in June 2019 to June here now in 2020. Without further ado, let's get into it. So we're going to break this down into a few different categories to make it a little easier for everybody to follow along. First, keep in mind all of my research I did was in Davis County, Utah. So all of the homes in Davis County, that's what went into my research. From there, we're going to break it down into price range and how many homes are available. So let's just get into it. Between $0 to $300,000, there are currently 16 homes for sale. Now that might not sound like a lot, but keep in mind that's one of the most aggressive markets. There's a lot of turnover there. So between those ranges, we're seeing a lot come on the market and a lot go off the market. So even though there's only 16 homes for sale, there's still a lot of options in that range. It's just you got to look for them, you got to be quick with them. We see a big jump though once you crest that $300,000 range. Between $300,000 to $400,000, there are currently 55 homes for sale. Believe it or not, that's not our strongest market. Once you make the next jump to $400,000 to $500,000, there are currently 71 homes for sale. That's currently where we see the most homes for sale. That's your biggest option pool. You might say for price ranges that between that range, you're going to have the most options. And for you numbers guys out there that like the big numbers, I find it fun to look at the big ones as well. Between $1 million and $2 million, there are currently 30 homes for sale. So that's cool and great information and all, but let's break down what we saw last year in the market to this year in the market so you can get a better idea of if those numbers are good, bad, ugly, terrible, or great. So between January and June of 2020, in June of 2020, there were 2,131 homes sold. Keep that in mind. There were 2,131 homes sold. The average price of those homes currently is $372,732 for the homes that were sold, and the average days on market is 34. Let me break that down just a hair for you though. Days on market depends on a lot of things, and that number can get a little skewed. If your home has a weird floor plan, if your home is overpriced, if it needs some work, or if frankly you hired not the best real estate agent that doesn't market your home very well, it can land on the market for a little bit longer than usual. So the average days on market is 34, but if we're being honest about it, in my opinion, what I've seen, as long as you hire a good real estate agent that markets it well and prices it well, again, this guy, we're seeing those average homes between like 300,000, sometimes even up to 400,000. We're seeing the average home that doesn't need work, doesn't have issues, really go under contract between 3 to 10 days. Now, obviously, that's not a guarantee. The world doesn't work like that, but on average, that's what I'm finding. Let's keep going from there, though. Let's compare that to last year. So between January of 2019 and the same date, June of 2019, there was a total of 2,222 homes sold. Now, remember that number I told you to keep in mind, 2,131 homes sold so far this year. There's a total of 2,222 homes sold so far last year. So that's a difference of about 100 homes, give or take, and that's not a lot. A lot of the feedback we're getting from our friends and people out in the community is they're still scared of the market and thinking that it's slowing down, that homes aren't selling, or there's not going to have homes to buy, or the market's going to crash. You can see from those numbers, if we made it through what we've made it through so far, the market really is doing really well. The average price of those homes sold last year is $351,331. Let me explain that one to you as well. You see a difference of about $20,000 from last year to this year for that average price on the home sold. Now, they can change a little bit if we've had more expensive homes sold this year or cheaper homes sold last year, but bear in mind, a lot of that comes from the appreciation of your home value. That's why I stress with all my friends that are still renting to get in with a broker, a loan officer, and chat with them about what you can get approved for, what you need to do to get approved for. I have contacts with those people. You can ask me. I'll get you in touch with them. It's totally free to you, but you can chat with them and see what you can get approved for to see if you can get into the game, is what I call it. Really, the housing market is expensive. It's one of the most expensive purchases you'll ever make, I would guess. And it's just going up. It appreciates every year, even with everything that we've gone through with the coronavirus, the earthquake that we had, all of those things going on, we're still seeing $20,000 more on average on these home sales. So keep that in mind that yes, it's expensive, but it's just getting more and more expensive. Like I said, reach out to me. I can get you in touch with the right people and see what you can get approved for to see if we can help you get in the game. And lastly, the days on market last year was 35 average days on market. So really, those markets are so close between 2019 and 2020. They're so comparable. We're seeing higher prices of average currently than we did last year. Like, I can't stress it enough. The market is doing great. There are plenty of people out there buying and selling their houses. That's pretty much the stats though. If you have any more questions about the market, I'd love to do the research for it. As I said last time, I'm doing it full time now. So you'll see more of these videos. You'll have more of me reaching out. I love chatting with you guys and hearing your questions and ideas. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Remember, there's a lot of people on this earth, and I mean a lot. And if you haven't got it from my last few videos, there's a lot, and you're one of them. Keep that in mind. But just like that, this video's over, and I'm out.